obviously we are taking a shortcut, and via social media and social networks and websites and our own media, we can connect to the consumers, actually shortcutting the media. So that's a big change. And then there's a question: what do we bring to consumers? It's many companies are trying to find their way in the social media space, and they're not successful. And so my presentation today is about the messaging and the story you tell. And actually is saying that every company needs to have its story that is telling through different channels. And it's not only social media channels, it's also the traditional media, but it's also advertising and basically the whole mix that's coming together. And that's surprisingly, it's a new thing for us.
That is interesting. So, what do you think? Is old media dead?
Absolutely not. But old media need to change, and they are changing dramatically. And as I'm seeing that happening in Poland, for example, Axel Springer has just bought the biggest internet portal in Poland, that's Ponet. And now they're bringing the editorial stuff together. So instead of having separate teams for print, for internet, and for social media, they have one editorial and actually expect journalists to do many things simultaneously. That's bringing a lot of synergies, but that also causes a lot of trouble because many journalists are not really willing to do so, are not prepared to do so, and don't simply believe in this new model. But basically, that's the only model that's working today. So I believe that media need to adjust, and they are in the best position to adjust. The problem is that many of them don't see that change. I mean, they believe it's technology. And Alistair Campbell said today at the conference, it's not the technology, it's the values and the strategy they need to actually take that matters the most. It's not the technology that's to blame.
And what about the PR professionals? Do you think that they are ready for all these new changes with the social media coming more and more? And the online presence, are they ready actually for these changes that are happening very, very fast?
Yeah. For PR people, it's either you in or you out.
True.
But that means you're out of the industry. If you don't adjust and your PR consultancy is not a social, it's not a digital consultancy, you'll be out of the market. And it's not only because of PR competition, but everyone has spotted this trend. So that digital agencies, social media agencies, media houses, every player in the market, they want to engage consumers. Basically, so they're stepping into what's called our ground, what's called PR ground.
True.
So there's either PR people really taking that over and being a leader in that run, or it's other entities that will become PR agencies in the future. So it's actually a question who will be leading the conversation. Because it's all about the conversation. People don't care about PR agencies or digital agencies. But if you're looking at your own business, it's definitely you really want to be leading the change and leading the conversation. So you need to change basically everything you're doing right now.
So the most important thing is the content and the story, correct?
Yes, it's about storytelling. It's about storytelling by bringing new content that's passionate for the people.
Right. Thank you, Sebastian. Could you tell a few words to the Bulgarian readers of Social Evonet? What would you like to tell them?
Yes, I would strongly encourage you to follow like global trends or whatever is happening abroad, because me coming from Poland, I realized that we had our time of focusing on our own markets. Those times are over. The social media network has changed the world dramatically. So it's basically either you follow and you're in that conversation, the global conversation about marketing and PR, or you're out of this conversation again.
Thank you very much, Sebastian. This was all from Sebastian Hejnowski, especially for Social Evonet. Thank you very much.
Thank you.